Benito Mussolini, 1883 to 1945, was an Italian political leader and the founder of the fascist movement. He ruled Italy from 1922 to 1943 and became one of the key figures in World War II, aligning with Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany. Mussolini was born on July 29, 1883, in the town of Predoppio in northern Italy. He grew up in a modest family. His father was a blacksmith and a socialist activist, which significantly influenced Mussolini in his early years. Mussolini initially started his political career as a socialist but later turned against socialism and founded the fascist movement in Italy in 1919. In October 1922, Mussolini led the March on Rome, a political demonstration that resulted in King Victor Emmanuel III appointing him as prime minister. He then established a fascist dictatorship, taking complete control of Italy. Mussolini created an authoritarian regime centered on centralized power, suppressing opposition and establishing a police state. He introduced several economic reforms, such as strengthening agriculture and industry and initiating large infrastructure projects. However, these reforms were often unsustainable and undermined by military involvement. In 1935, Mussolini invaded Ethiopia and declared it part of the Italian Empire, leading to international condemnation. In the 1930s, Mussolini grew closer to Adolf Hitler due to their shared ideologies and desire to expand their influence in Europe. In 1936, Mussolini and Hitler formed an alliance known as the Rome-Berlin Axis. In 1940, Italy entered the war alongside Germany. However, Italy was poorly prepared for the conflict and suffered significant losses. As the Axis powers' fortunes declined, Mussolini's influence waned considerably. In July 1943, after a series of military defeats, Mussolini was deposed by the Grand Fascist Council and arrested. Mussolini was rescued from imprisonment by German forces and established a puppet government in northern Italy, but he lost control of the country. In April 1945, Mussolini attempted to flee to Switzerland but was captured by Italian partisans and executed by firing squad on April 28, 1945. His body was displayed in Milan for public viewing. Mussolini's role in the war was disastrous for Italy. The country was ill-prepared, and it faced repeated defeats. The invasion of Greece and the North African campaign were among the most notable failures. The alliance with Germany made Italy a primary target for the Allies, leading to the invasion of Italy by Allied forces in 1943, which ultimately resulted in the collapse of Mussolini's regime. In summary, Benito Mussolini was a central figure in the events of the 20th century, leading Italy into fascism and forming an alliance with Nazi Germany, which played a significant role in the outbreak and development of World War II.